Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Julien Elis Show. I'm Julien Elis, yours truly, and today we are looking into the challenges and the trends of the spa world in 2019. Today, Naomi, who's behind the camera right now, chose 10 articles, two of which caught my attention. And the first one was Industry Leaders Reveal the Trends and Challenges in the Spa World in 2019. And that is published by DaySpaMagazine.com. It's the first time I'm on this website, but this article is pretty neat. I'm going to help read through it and try to give a general idea and maybe pick out some of the topics that are kind of salient and interesting. The article goes like this. Nowadays, the only certainty in the spa industry is change. For social media platforms, algorithms, to the mainstream of the new age, and from augmented reality to clients' obsession with their biomes, spa pros have increasingly complex decisions to make. Should you embrace ancient wellness traditions or move steadfast into the high-tech future? Ban smartphones in your space or go out and find influencers? Is there any happy medium to be found? Really interesting topic, because wellness is really, be it only from a marketing standpoint, what happens is in people's minds, wellness is both something which new findings, technological advancements and so on can help. And at the same time, we always have this impression that ancient ways is like the natural and the good way to go about things was back in the day, and maybe back way before even our parents and grandparents' days. But there's something very kind of natural and true about the old way of going about wellness. So it is kind of a hard decision to take, not only in terms of the products and services a spa chooses, but also in the way they market themselves, I guess, and the image they project. I'll continue with the article. Luckily for spa owners, the industry has grown exponentially and shows no signs of stopping. The latest International Spa Association research clocked spa visits in North America at 187 million in 2017, an all-time high, and total revenue reached a record $17.5 billion. So to help you look toward that positive future and get a handle on these burning questions, Day Spa held a roundtable style discussion with seasoned veterans who we've seen the industry through countless phases. Behold expert insights into the trends, clients, and challenges. So the panel is a whole bunch of people, actually, and just what I want to do is choose some of the topics which they've addressed. First one is about skincare, which, yes, is interesting, but to be frank, again, skincare is something which I'm a little bored with, maybe because I'm a guy, maybe because, I don't use any of these products, but it just seems to be one of those things that it's everywhere. You see skincare, every cosmetic shop, every spa and so on, they have the latest new thing, and frankly, you just don't know where to look anymore. And I know it sells. I'm not saying it's bad business. I'm just saying, I'm bored with it. So I'm going to go on to something else. Tips on how to raise your spa menu prices. That's an interesting topic, but I don't think that's what we want to look at today. How can spa owners best attract and retain their staff? That's an interesting topic to me. I always find that staff is really the most important part of any endeavor in general, any business. Very particularly with spas, you can have the best skincare products in the world. If you've got a staff which is not up to par, you will not be renewing your clients, and repeat clients is really the basis of any functioning spa or business in general. So, how do you attract and best retain your spa staff? One of the panel members answers: to engage the right employees, choose people who fit your company culture. Test their skincare knowledge, communication skills, and technical abilities. Look into candidates' educational histories and consider offering employment on a trial basis to see if they're a right fit. To retain them, offer ongoing training and benefits, perks, paid vacation, healthcare, 401k, as well as incentives and commissions. Basically, that person just said nothing. Right? This is what it is. To employ somebody is to do all those things. There is really nothing new in that statement. I mean, literally, it's mind-boggling that they would take the time out to say, look into candidates' educational histories. Really? Whatever. Okay. Someone else says, have a clear picture in your mind of exactly who you want caring for your clients. Now we're getting somewhere. Write out a list of skills and qualities they should possess, and use this to create job descriptions. By giving candidates a clear understanding of your business and who you want to have in it, they'll be better able to self-select whether they're a fit. Those who are good fits from the beginning are easier to retain long-term. Provide clear guidelines for pay, perks, rewards, and promotions too. Now here there's something in this statement which is about company culture. When you explain to people what you're about and what type of clients you want and what kind of services you want to give, and that I really like that, because I have found that having a candidate figure out for themselves if they want to be part of your business is actually a very interesting way to go about it. So I like this statement very much. I'll go down the list here. We have a lot of answers. Someone else says, personal, sincere, compassionate connections are crucial. Participate in team building, training, and fun events. And a few times a year, plan a group meal where it's understood that it's family time, no business talk. Interesting way to go about it. It's not a revolutionary statement, but kind of a reminder to, also treat staff on a personal level. We all we're human before being employees and so on. So it's a couple of good pieces of advice. That being said, I mean, so far nobody has addressed the fact that in the spa industry, there's a lot of turnover because, there's a lot of spas, because there's new opportunities that show up all the time, because it's hard to compete for good employees, because good employees are sought after by other companies. So you'll kind of always have another company that's going to pay a little more for the right employee, or that might give them a few more perks and whatever. So retaining good staff is a very, very hard thing to do. There's Simon Sinek in one of his infamous speeches who referred to giving the employees a sense of why they're here, and that goes way beyond the money. So I invite you to go check out what Simon Sinek said about how to create, say, a family, and how the managers are supposed to care for their employees first. It's not an easy thing to implement, but I think once you get that kind of culture going, it can be a very powerful thing. I'll address a new point here, which is, how will social media marketing evolve? And a few of the answers are: spa owners should put their efforts first in Instagram, combining static posts with Insta Stories, your own reality TV show. Seek out influencers who authentically connect with your spa's mission. They've never been more worth indulging than they are now. Another answer is individuals still look to influencers when making retail purchase decisions. They trust peer-to-peer recommendations over traditional advertising, which makes influencers the new norm for corporate marketing strategy. All true, seem to be very true. Maybe less obvious. It can seem obvious to certain, and to others, this is not so obvious, right? I mean, nowadays it's not easy to think of your communication not only through social media, but social media influencers. And it's hard to implement that too. It's hard to get a plan going for that, So how do you get in touch with them? Do they all want the same thing? These influencers, some of them will work or do brand placement for a small compensation, others for big compensation, others just they want some testers. Some of them want a full year of your skincare. I'm sure there's lots of different ways to go about it, and it's hard to kind of work that into your communication strategy as a whole. So it's an interesting topic. Social media marketing will continue to evolve for sure. One thing is certain is for the spas that aren't on social media, they're absolutely missing out. Having their page on Google is just not sufficient. I.e. on Google Maps, it's just not sufficient. Having a few client reviews there is just not sufficient. They have to take control of their communication. They have to explain who they are. They've got to be in front of their own branding strategy by being proactive and be kind of everywhere on social media. Let's see a couple more of the answers here. Someone is saying Snapchat skews younger and Facebook skews older. So whichever channels you use will depend on the demographic you're trying to attract. Social media will constantly evolve, so spas should create content on a regular basis and post on a variety of channels, and consider hiring a social media expert. Indeed, that goes along with what we were just saying. Now, see, Snapchat is indeed, it skews younger, and now you're going to have TikTok that's skewing even younger. It's not you're going to have TikTok exists. And so it kind of seems that there's like a new trend that comes in, or a new social media that comes in, and in terms of age pushes the other ones up. Like Facebook started and it was just for the young tech savvy people. And then now you've got basically grandmas looking for pictures of their grandchildren on Facebook. And millennial thinks that Facebook is kind of really old and, it's over and whatever. And so then they went to Snapchat, but then now Snapchat has been completely dethroned by other social media. So not completely, sorry, I meant Instagram. It hasn't been completely dethroned, but it's just more kind of established. And it's Snapchat is still a little crazy, and indeed skews younger, and TikTok even younger. But it's good for any, whether you're a spa or any other type of company, it's good to test out these things. I've been on TikTok lately, and frankly, I haven't been able to produce any content for there because I was laughing my rear end off looking at the videos. And there are those kids that do the moonwalk. You got to go on TikTok, see the kids do the moonwalk. It's just funny. And it's funny when you see that, my generation had Michael Jackson, who didn't per se invent it, since he stole it from a French guy from, what's his name? Marcel Marceau, right? Marcel Marceau invents the moonwalk. Michael Jackson steals it from him. Well, I don't know if he stole it, but anyways, inspired himself from Marcel Marceau. And now you've got these two kids somewhere in Asia. I don't know. They've got the masks on and they're doing the moonwalk everywhere they go. It's kind of funny. Fun music too. Don't go in there if you don't have any time to lose, because I lost my 20 minutes on that thing. But it's good to know what's going on, stay up to date, the trends and so on. Let me see what this guy has to say. A spa's best marketing investment for 2019 is professional photography and videography. Our spa clients see the most bang for their buck by placing video ads that showcase their team philosophy and specific service offerings on Facebook and Instagram. That's a bold statement, and I don't know how true it is. Professional photography and... Hello, my little kitty cat is here. Professional photography and video is definitely important. Focusing only on that is not necessarily... he seems to just not be talking about the influencers at all, he or she. I think that's probably an oversight. The influencers is definitely an important part. It's not just because you can have a beautiful, really well-crafted video, very professional looking and so on. And we all tend towards that. We all want that, right, for our companies. Except it's not quite enough. The quality of the video, you have to be personable. You have to be able to, bring value. You always have to think to yourself, when you produce content for social media, you have to think to yourself, what value does this content bring to the listener or the viewer? That is always the paramount question in all of these endeavors. And in my case, I am betting on the fact that you are a lazy bum and that you will not go to dayspamagazine.com and read the full article. So I'm kind of picking out part of the article that seems to be interesting and just commenting on it and trying to bring you value, because you won't be reading the article and I'm doing it for you. So this is and whether or not that's a good bet or not will be for the future to say. But at any rate, the high professionalism or the high quality video or picture is not enough. You have to think to yourself, what value do I bring with this piece of content? That's always the question behind everything. Let's go with the last topic here, which I'll browse through kind of fast, which is how can smaller day spas integrate wellness into their offerings? No, actually, I'm not going to do that topic. There was another one that was a little more interesting. Who is the spa client of 2019? This one I was curious to read through, so I'm going to read through it with you. One of the panel members answers, busy females who still want to take care of themselves. We've been adding more treatments like dermaplaning, microneedling, and chemical peels, plus new services that remove the pampering entirely to deliver powerful results in half the time. Kind of a very efficient way of going about things. Basically, we've got no time for the fuss. Get straight to the therapies or the care or whatever. Another one answers couples and groups. So that's a different approach than the first one. Guests are increasingly seeking ways to connect, whether through tandem massage, a shared salt room experience, or group outings. Kind of interesting. I've heard in the massage world, I've heard more and more people indeed looking for couples massages. It's kind of like a treat that is trendy and something that people didn't typically do a few years back, and much more now. In terms of the group, I'd be interested in hearing if any one of you has observed the same type of trend that groups are more and more important. here is another answer, which is, in fact, day spas are becoming the modern country clubs, places to gather, relax, socialize, and learn. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like a big blanket statement. Yes or not. I mean, yeah, some spas are not that, and some country clubs are including wellness services. I mean, yeah, whatever. Not really interesting. Millennials are driving the med spa boom. They currently account for 20% of appointments. And although we've seen a rise in spa-going men, women still make up more than 85% of med spa clientele. Well, embedded in this statement is the thing about the male clients. That is a huge trend. Still completely undertapped market, just grossly undertapped. If you want to be rich in 2 years, choose yourself a big city, make yourself a spa just for men. You will explode. I have a guy I know who did this in Paris, France, here where we are right now. Opened it within the second year. He opened a second spa. Now he's in Spain. It's just completely booming. They want to wax. They want the creams. Nobody's doing it for them. And you know very well a guy can't walk in a traditional spa for that type of care and with all the women around and ask for it. It's just not possible. And yet there's more and more men who want to take care of themselves. Clearly not me. So really interesting statement there. Just go for the men if you want to just boom. But it's the same thing. You can't have a spa for men and have women come in. It just won't work. You can't. It won't mix. I don't know many cultures where that can actually be pulled off to do a fully kind of like unisex type spa. Last answer here. The spa goer of 2019 is sophisticated, distrusts fads, demands tangible results, and seeks an ongoing consultative relationship with an esthetician who can offer advice about an at-home regimen, skincare, travel, or even their diet. Yeah. Okay. I mean, sure. Same thing. Yeah, it's kind of part of the regular. I don't know. The same as the other. It just leaves a blank in my head. Whatever. Great. So interesting article. Again, you can find this article at dayspamagazine.com. I'm not personally affiliated with them. We just kind of pull this out thanks to Naomi, who's behind the cam. And there was another article that I wanted to go through, which was 12 of the best wellness retreats in Europe for a 2019 health reboot. I'm just kind of curious to see it's always the same thing. You want to see which one is the best one. And then you get to the best one and you're like, nah, maybe, yeah, but what's the second best one, right? It's one of those top 10 things. Let's take a quick look. Number 1 is Shah Wellness Clinic in Spain. Looks like a very Miami-like building, except higher with like 3 stories. One of the best sleep retreats in the world. You know the Spanish know how to sleep, right? They've got the siesta tradition. So if the Spanish have something to sleep, then you want to be checking it out. It looks absolutely beautiful. Head to Shah Wellness Clinic in Spain's Valencia, to try the sleep recovery program. This retreat has been designed to recover the quality of sleep and help cure insomnia. I need it, can you tell? A 7-day stay is the minimum in order to reap the benefits from the program. I can imagine that. But they recommend staying for 2 weeks if you can. While there, You will take part in an anti-stress session, have a polygraph to diagnose your sleep patterns. I guess, yeah, whatever. You get the point. Interesting. You know, it's probably super expensive, but yeah, let's see. Where? Valencia, Spain. When? Throughout the year. And the price range is from £3,300. We're talking UK pounds for 7 nights. I mean, you probably feel great after. Second one is Palace Merano, Italy. Looks real nice too. A luxury escape for anyone looking to rediscover their connection with health. The Chenu method can help with weight loss, stress, health, as well as provide anti-aging effects. It works by using a unique combination of treatments and diet to help protect the body from damage, accumulation of toxins, and premature aging. You know, the secret to aging well, right, is accepting the fact that you're aging. Embrace the wrinkles. Okay, so that was kind of an interesting article, but I'm bored with it now. You can find it at standard.co.uk in the lifestyle section, and so that is an article for the 15 of the best wellness retreats in Europe for a 2019 health reboot. Now, thanks to Naomi, who reminded me of other things going on in the wellness world. We will be attending the World Championship in Massage in Copenhagen, end of June. Just Google World Championship Massage and you'll find it. We'll be there covering the event live for one of my companies, and that is a place where you can, of all things, find great therapists, right? You've got a little over 150 therapists from everywhere in the world who come and who check out who compete rather in 5 different categories and try to demonstrate their skills as massage therapists. So you've got a whole bunch of different types of possible therapies, and it's a very, very nice event. It's just it's fun. There's a lot of networking going on. The massage community has been in the past years coming together. And I'm talking about spa owners, spa schools, massage schools, the therapists themselves, and all of this community has been bonding together more and more, communicating. There's new services coming out. There's a lot going on in the strictly, say, massage industry. That's where I come from. That's my initial world within which I evolve. And so, voila! Don't miss it if you're interested in that kind of event. Copenhagen, 2019, end of June, World Championship in Massage. And what else? I think that's about it for today. I won't be covering any of the other articles. I'm sure there were some interesting ones. There's a Spa and Wellness Trends to watch for 2019-2021 from the spaexecutive.com website. Now, keep in mind, actually, let me open up this article and check it out real fast and give you a real brief overview. Yeah. You know, the what I look for these big trends or the years to come and so on, the Global Wellness Summit. If you don't know it, sign up to their newsletter, go to their website, go to their events. The Global Wellness Summit is just a very serious and kind of no fuss, real in-depth type articles and research pieces. This is the content you wanna be consuming if you're actually very interested in long-term trends and So I'll skip on this article and just leave you with that piece of info. Global Wellness Summit is the content you want for this type of thing. My friends, thank you for watching the Julien Elis Show. Hope I could bring you a bit of info about the world of spas today. It was mostly focused on spas. And maybe you're in your car, or maybe you're in the subway or whatnot. It's good if you can listen to this content passively during your transits or while you're working or whatever. Let me know in the comments if there are any comments under where you are now listening to this. Let me know the type of topics that you would like to see addressed. Thanks a lot for listening, and see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
Just a quick affair. Am I the kind of girl who gives before she takes discounted taxi fare? The fanny's in the chasing, and fanny's what I'm having. For you, it's so fun. Hot springs